Hi there, this is The Couch with myself, Justin McAvoy, Director of Physiohealth, and one of the partners of Physiohealth, Corey Prout, who is an expert at running technique and treatment of running injuries. And that's our topic today, running technique and the subsequent injuries that come with running. Now Corey, what do you think is the main difference between the elite level runners and your average jogger who runs around the block?
Well, the main difference that seems to come up when you analyse technique differences is that elite runners and people who run fast tend to land a bit more on the midfoot or forefoot, which has a number of benefits in terms of efficiency and managing shock absorption, that sort of thing. So yeah, when you look at the average runner, they tend to come down and land with a big heel strike with their foot out in front of them, which causes a deceleration of their momentum, whereas the elite runners tend to land more on their forefoot, which provides a bit more elastic recoil from the calf and the Achilles complex, and the ball of the foot, or the forefoot, tends to land underneath their centre of gravity, so it doesn't decelerate them as much, so they can flow on their technique more evenly.
So aside from the actual speed of the elite runners, if you're a forefoot runner, what are the pros and cons of being a forefoot runner compared to being a heel striker?
Well, it's about where the body absorbs the shock. So if you're a big heel runner, you get a sudden spike in force going up your lower limb, so you tend to get more stress on the muscles on the inside of your shin, through the tibia, and it requires a bit more force to be absorbed through the joints, the ankle.
Would go into your back as well?
Yeah, hip joint, back joint, so lots of shock going through there, whereas forefoot runners, they tend to naturally, as the foot comes down, naturally absorb that force through the Achilles and calf complex. So
you've got the joints in the mid-tarsal, absorb with the shock.
Exactly right. Yeah. So that's what people were designed to do, and you know, with the invention of new running shoe technology, where the midsoles are a lot softer and have more shock absorbing capacity, people haven't had the need to land on their forefoot as much, and they just bang away through their shoe, which is actually a false sense of security. Yeah.
So is it for everyone? Like, is forefoot running? Should we try and get everyone to run forefoot?
No, not necessarily. I think if you've been running for a long time and you haven't had too many injuries, and the sort of injuries you've had haven't been related to, you know, a big heavy heel strike, and you don't really have that drive to, you know, run a whole lot faster, then there's no reason to change. But if you're looking to improve your technique for efficiency, or you've had, you know, recurrent problems with shin splints and stress fractures or knee and back injuries, then making an adjustment to become a forefoot runner might be a good thing to think about.
Well, how would the people looking at this video know that if they can be categorised as either a heel striking runner, mid-foot runner, or a forefoot runner? How do they determine that themselves?
It's a bit tricky to pick that yourself. Sometimes if you're a heavier sort of heel runner, it's just a lot louder. You can hear, you know, a big bang when you come down and hit the ground. But again, you probably haven't got that much to compare to. So video analysis is really the best form to be able to pick up that slow down, slow motion, and you know, have a closer look at the.
And do you do that here at Physiohealth?
Certainly do. We have a treadmill that we get people running on, and do some video analysis, so we can slow it down and not only look at their heel striking, but other elements of running technique with rotations and where the
health control.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff, which is important not only for efficiency reasons, but you know, injury troubles.
I suppose another thing would be looking at tibial torsion when they're running, as far as knee pain goes. Yep. People who have anterior knee pain often have a bit of rotation in their tibia during their running phase, their mid-stance, and therefore get.
Yeah, that's linked to foot biomechanics as well, with pronation and you know, people who wear orthotics. Okay. That sort of thing.
So how does someone go about becoming a forefoot runner?
There's a few particular tips that you can use to start to make that change. But I think the main thing I need to stress is that you can't just do it one run you're a heel striker and the next run you just become a forward striker. It's you're at real risk of injury in other areas if you make a sudden change in load. So it's going to be a slow, gradual progression. A few minutes at a time. Maybe starting with some barefoot running on an oval to get a feel for it. Something softer surfaces, but getting a program of graduation.
What about running on the sand on the beach?
Yeah, that's the one tip you can get from running on the sand is you can actually see your footprint, so that's a bit of an indication of how heavy you're hitting with your heel. But those softer surfaces can make it a little bit easy to adjust from going from one to the other.
Excellent. So basically, Corey's our expert running analysis physiotherapist who can help you with any sort of running problems. All the physios at Physiohealth can assess the injuries, and if we think you need specialist assessment on the treadmill and video analysis, then all the physios from Physiohealth will be able to refer you across to Corey, who can then do the more specialised assessment. Thank you very much, Corey.
Thanks, Justin. See you next time for another edition of On the Couch.